I'm gonna start with what you said. What Tuesday?
Going to defend the people of this city. Because look, his attack, let's be very clear, the president-elect, former President Trump, his threat is not just towards new arrivals and undocumented families. His threats are also against black families. He has a vision to destroy public education. So when he talks about Project 2025 and dismantling public education, we're talking about a system that has been designed to create leveling opportunities for families who are descendants of slaves. Surely going to
You always want to use black people in your press conferences, but don't do nothing for black people in Chicago. You already know why I'm here, and I've been coming here for a year. Before I even knew who you was as a mayor, you was dipping off, going to sides when I was out there protesting. You have corporate counsel right next to you, Mary Richardson Lowry, who has no idea what she's doing, because if she would have told you to settle my case. Okay? So yeah, you can look the other way and roll your eyes and do all that stuff, but you do not care about the black Chicago citizens. Okay? You're trying to push this socialist agenda in this capitalist society. In 2019, when you was head leadership with CTU, y'all did a little GoFundMe and went over to Venezuela because y'all already knew what y'all were going to do with bringing them all over here, right?
So people are finally waking up. And even after the election, they keep telling us to shut the hell up and not have no conversations. Trump won, but we not happy about it. Nope, we not done. And I told y'all that I was going to continue to hit this and we was going to have this conversation over and over and over and over again. Why? Because on a local level, they're still disrespecting and destroying y'all communities. And I'm so glad that y'all got alliances here on the Anton Daniels channel on the Millionaire Morning Show with what we got going on, because we gonna keep our foot on their necks. And we know that they trying to destroy y'all communities, and people like Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago, and the alderman have completely sold y'all out. And what they did was they leveraged y'all in order to pay for this migrant crisis, and then leverage federal tax dollars that they thought that they was going to continue to siphon off. And now they keep trying to act like, oh, no, 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 it's Trump. He's going to come in and dismantle what's going on. Hopefully he does, because the corruption runs deep. The corruption runs deep, and the people not having it, and they holding y'all accountable.
So you're pushing this agenda with the illegal immigrants because y'all done stole all their money, because you thought that after that $51 million that the feds gave you back then, that Biden was going to keep sending y'all money. But as you know, Biden is the real racist. The one that y'all say Trump is, Biden been racist. Biden been racist for a long time. He just popped up with Obama as the vice president, and everybody just forgot. Okay? You have no idea how how to govern. 2026, 2027, we're going to get you out, Tony Preckwinkle out, J.B. Pritzker out, Kwame Raoul out.
She talking about the governor. She talking about all of the people that's associated with the mayoral cabinet. She said that they getting everybody out. They said that they dedicated, and they are not going to stop till they turn Chicago red. Talk about it then.
And probably half of the disgraced 50 out too. And the disgraced 50 is the alderman. Okay? My case should have been settled. They stealing black people's property and land in the city of Chicago, and they've been doing it for a very long time. Okay? Majority of the people that work for the city of Chicago and Cook County are realtors or part of real estate agents. That is a conflict of interest. So that's why y'all keep stealing our property and our land. And y'all think that it's going to be okay and it's going to keep happening. It's not going to happen. It's not going to keep happening. We have a new Department of Justice, and at the end of the day, we have people that are running for office.
Yo, listen, let me give a round of applause to the people of Chicago. I know that there's still a lot of y'all that didn't go red, and y'all know that these people are corrupt, they evil, they 100% have been stealing y'all land. And, I have to give y'all a round of applause, and largely just because, y'all standing on business and y'all not gonna let this issue die. And I've always advocated for people to move on the local level. Why? Because what happens in the local elections on the local level is more important than what happens on the national level. They go hand in hand, they work hand in hand. And so if they carrying out an agenda that they thought was going to benefit them financially, and then the people on the local level are the ones that got to suffer for it, then how do you think that that's supposed to apply? And I know I see they went there and they got the sheriff, they got the police department to go and get these people up out of there so they get their little 3 minutes and then they got to get up out of there. But the reality is that these mayors, these governors, they all are working together. They crooked. It makes no sense whatsoever. 0 sense for this migrant crisis to be as prolific as it is in y'all communities and for them to be allocating all of this money. Think about this. Why would they put a migrant crisis in y'all communities and think that that's going to benefit y'all? Who came up with that idea and why did they think that that was going to work and that they wasn't going to get them eliminated and removed out of office? How can they prioritize people that are not from this country to the tune of millions of people coming over here and billions of dollars spent while Chicago in this fiscal year is facing a $250 million budget deficit. Next fiscal year, they're facing a $942 million budget deficit, and they have no visibility into when they're going to start running a budget surplus. But they thought that stealing people's lands and raising property taxes and letting migrants come over here and continuing to finesse the system and 50 aldermen. I need to pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up. Average salary. This is real time. How much does an alderman make? Jesus. Good grief. $142,000 a year to go up there and absolutely destroy Chicago. They got a whole list of how much each alderman make. They make anywhere from 130 to 140, $140,000 a year, and it's 50 of them, and they still getting raises. This is absolutely positively insane. And they go in there and they all working against y'all, and the people of Chicago is suffering. Here, I'll show you the list. I have no problem with that. Let's see if I can pull it up. Let's see if I can pull it up really quickly just to show y'all, because you know Anton like to get down to it. The aldermen, they all accepted a $12,000 pay raise. This is how much the aldermen are making: 130, 141, 142, 139, 115. That must be a new alderman. Gilbert Villegas. 117, Brendan Riley. They all make six figures. Over 50 of them. Deborah Silverstein is going from 130 to 142. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. But here we go. Here we are. The Chicago alderman is out there running up. Pat Dowell is going from 129 to 141. He get a raise. You get a raise. Everybody get a raise, and everybody can continue to run this city into the ground. This is crazy. Listen, y'all let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Do y'all think that these aldermen deserve raises that they getting? Or do you think that they need to be held accountable for how they continuing to steal people's land and run that city into the ground? Y'all better wake up. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Hanley 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. And last but not least, make sure you tap into the Patreon and then get your tickets December 14th in Detroit. It's going to be awesome. Discount code Anton, that's down in the description. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.